Hey everybody, welcome to another trading recap video. So today is October 4th. I'm going to close the day plus $92.60. So I traded two stocks today, AERC and SNTI, and I'll get to my trades on those in just a moment here. So getting into it, FNGR this morning looked really nice. Now this was the stock from yesterday that had made a really nice move out of the open. It held the gains, made a really nice move into the close yesterday, and then pre-market again, it was a gapper coming into the open today. So if you look at the daily chart here, over a little over a week ago, we were at 60 cents a share, and now we're about to open at almost $8 a share. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, maybe this is going to be the stock that's going to go up and away and ignite some nice sympathy momentum in the overall kind of small cap momentum market, but that didn't really end up being the case here. As you can see, we opened below VWAP and selling pressure was really heavy. I potentially looked for a trade to see if we were going to get the red to green, but there was just way too much selling pressure. So that was a little bit disappointing to see on this one, that we didn't get any moves, any action out of it today. But I guess let's jump in straight into my trades on SNTI. So I only took a handful of trades today. It was a little bit of a lighter day in terms of trading volume for me. If we get over to the 15-second chart here. So on AERC, I ended up, I'll take a look at the chart there, but I ended up pretty much break even. I maybe made $5-10 on that stock. I only took two trades on it, and they were both basically break even. And now SNTI coming into the open this morning, it was gapped up slightly. And we were holding, so if you look at the daily chart here, we were holding up over these levels and continuing to go higher. But I wasn't really too keen on watching this thing into the open. I had my focus on FNGR. And then when this thing started grinding up here, I looked at the chart, and if I pull up the 1-minute chart here, I was looking, oh, this is yesterday here. So I was looking at it here, and I was like, the 1 minute doesn't look that good. The volume was a little bit light. We're getting a lot of wicks. The chart just did not look very clean. But then we made this leg up here, and I was okay. I'll start paying attention to this one because there really wasn't anything else. We had ATXI this morning, and that one also faded off the open. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get dialed in here on SNTI. The first trade I took on it here was actually on this big flush here. I got in 302. And I got a 5-cent scalp on it here before it continued to fade down. So let me get back over the 15-second because you can see the trade a little bit more clearly here. So yeah, it was right here. My entry was at 302. We got this pop up here. It didn't look very good. Sold and ended up fading off here. And the next trade I took on it, we ended up making this really nice leg up here. And I don't think I took any trades through this area. It was a bit grindy. There was nothing that was super clean, so I kind of just had to let it go. I potentially missed an entry when we were pushing here. I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was at 31 that I wanted to take it. Ended up ripping like 12 cents without me, so I left that one on the table there. The next trade I took on it then was at right at this level here. So we consolidated. Now the thing about this stock that looked pretty good is the pushes higher were on typically higher volume, and then the consolidation between another leg up was lighter volume. So that's usually a good situation for the stock to be bullish. I ended up getting an entry. I'm trying to remember where it was. Actually, that's what it was here. So I was anticipating the red to green through this consolidation. Got an entry here at 36. We made the push, and we topped at 43, and then sellers came in heavily, so I sold out at 41. So again, it was a small little scalp, but a green trade nonetheless. Now, the thing that I really did leave on the table on this stock was through this area here. We ended up seeing some really nice green volume. So we did end up making this push high. I didn't take any trades, and then I tried taking one trade here on this green candle, and I pretty much stopped out break even, which was a mistake on my part, because this thing ended up ripped through 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, and then hit 83 before it turned around. And then, as you can see, we had some pretty good selling pressure there from the top. And it gave a couple nice micro pullbacks on it, but I was just a bit hesitant on it and didn't take any trades in that section. I tried taking a couple here. I took one on this pullback, ended up being break even. That was a little bit of a sketchy trade there. And as we started to curl back up here, I tried taking another trade. and that was again break even. So all things considered today, my green trades were small greens, but my other trades that were not green were either break even or very small red. So all in all, I did pretty good managing my risk that way. My risk to reward was pretty good on most of the trades that I took. And then I'm trying to remember if I took any trades through this section here. That's right, yeah. So I did try taking one trade on this flat top here, and then we pushed up, came right back down, and I stopped out here, and then ended up going without me. So that was a mistake on my end. I needed to just give that one another 15 seconds to work itself out. And then we ended up making this move up here. If I can get to it here. And I didn't take any trades through this section here, so I was feeling a bit hesitant. The chart didn't look that great, but then we had, look at this, 1.3 million shares of volume on this 1 minute candle, kind of out of nowhere. So I definitely left a little bit on the table on the stock, but all in all, I mean, today was a bit of a tough day. The small cap sentiment just didn't really seem there, especially with FNGR tanking out the open. I think that kind of set the tone. But overall, the markets today did pretty well. Currently, as it stands, right now it's 11 o'clock my time, so it's noon market time, and it is, if we can pull up the SPY here. So yeah, the SPY is up 2.7% right now, so that's good to see. The Q is up 3%. So kind of rebounding from these lows a little bit, but we'll see if these gains can sustain. Looking at the daily chart here. And the other stock that I traded today was AERC. Like I said, I only took 2 trades on this thing. But it was a similar situation to when I first pulled up SNTI. The only difference was this was on my gap scan, my gap watch list this morning. But we had made this explosive move after hours yesterday, and then we're just kind of fading into the open. So I wasn't feeling too optimistic on this thing. The only trades I really took on it were when we started to push through highs here. Took one, like I said, they were both pretty much break-even trades. There wasn't much volume. It wasn't very clean. And then we had this nasty false breakout here. So I'm like, I don't really even want to pay attention to this thing. It doesn't look so good. I ended up making a nice move here, which I potentially left some on the table on because I wasn't really paying too much attention. At this point, I was looking at SNTI. But now we're kind of fading. Selling pressure is coming in. So I guess that's that for today. Like I said, I'm going to finish today plus 92 bucks on SNTI. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. But I did leave some on the table with some of these the bigger move that we had. Like I said, on AERC and on SNTI. The thing about AERC that I'm looking at right here is on the 1 minute chart. This breakout here took a long time to really execute. So as far as I'm concerned, there really wasn't any clean trades on this thing, but I wasn't watching the action happen in real time, so I can't say for sure. It was kind of a similar thing to SNTI earlier in the day where the breakouts just weren't very nice and they were kind of more grindy. But then when we started to pick up in volume here, it got a little bit more clean. And like I said, on this section here is where I really left the most on the table because I kind of just watched this go without me. I took one entry. Oh, I think that actually was another trade that I didn't cover, yeah. So I tried an entry here when we broke out. Kind of did a false breakout. Looked like it was selling pressure was going to come in, stopped out, and it went without me. So like I said, there was definitely some adjustments that I could make for today to make it a better day. But all in all, it was a good day. So lessons to be learned. So I'll be back tomorrow. It's going to wrap things up for me. I'll be back with a live stream with another recap. Hopefully we'll see some good momentum. And as always, trade safe and later.